Well, thanks so much for being with Morning Live. The case against 15 accused in the case related to charges of fraud, corruption, kidnapping, murder and attempted murder at the University of Fort Hare has been postponed until today in the Dimbaza Magistrates Court in the Eastern Cape. Now, the suspects were arrested this past weekend by the South African Police Service's National Task Team, assigned with the responsibility of investigating and arresting those responsible for murder and attempted murder cases at the university. And this brings a total number of those arrested to 25. So to give us the further update on this matter, we joined virtually by Minister of Police, General Bheki Cele. Minister, thanks so much for your time. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thanks, Akina. Thanks to the listenership.
Minister, it's been a very difficult time for the families and, of course, staff and the university community at Fort Hare. Are you expecting more arrests to be made with regard to these charges?
Well, remember, we started from zero. This journey started on the 14th of January when we attended the funeral of the protector of the VC in the university, Professor Bhlungu. And we committed that we will try to find out what's an issue. Now we have reached the 25 number of people, and that is through investigation. Police usually don't sleep, dream, and wake up in the morning and pick up people. They work, and they point to some individuals. This is 25 individuals. After they found that about 171 million has been part of the graft in that university. Unfortunately, not only money, the lives have been lost. Yes, the investigations are continuing, and we would expect to give the update as soon as the investigations taking us further to other targets if they are after that investigation.
And speaking of that, Minister, as you said, you started at zero. Now 25 people have been arrested. But to quote you from yesterday, you were talking about the ongoing investigations. And you did actually say that you would leave no stone unturned. And to quote directly, for now, we are at the very beginning, so it's okay to give time for the teams investigating to continue doing their work, unquote. Does that suggest, Minister, that there is a lot more that you still expect to be uncovered?
Well, the team tells us so. Sakina, there are places that they still have to investigate. They were just telling us that they've been trying to find one vault in one of the suspected houses. Now they have found the vault, and what they have not found is the key of the vault. They are working on that vault. It might give us, the police, the further information, what will be from that one. Because when you go and open the safe of some other people, you find more information and all that. So, but the investigations and the investigators, they believe that we are far from over in dealing with the matter of Fort Hare. It could be the staff, it could be, remember, it's not just the staff, but the people that are coming from outside, especially from the suppliers, especially from the security companies. Most of them, they come from outside. That can still expand and lead the investigators to other targets.
So to borrow your phrase there, Minister, you're still looking for the key to that vault. So does this mean that you still expect to uncover who the mastermind, so to speak, might be behind all of this?
Well, Mastermind, yes. Well, Sakina is a very high-profile people that have been arrested there. When I spoke to Professor yesterday, you can feel the pain of being betrayed by some of the trusted. Is the head of the security that would have been in the university brought around his arrival to look at things. The head of HR It happens that I'm told that the head of security is supposed to be having about 3 master's degrees. He hasn't got a metric certificate. The doctor that is supposed to be head of HR doesn't have a doctorate and a single degree and all that kind of thing. The one person that has been arrested there is a former acting judge somewhere in Cape Town. The other one is a top official of the NPA that used to work for forfeiture unit. That's kind of people that you find there, which means if there are those people, you might expect that there are people that have been working with and that the investigation is still following. Indeed, at the present moment, there is one person that has been arrested twice that will be accused number 1 in both cases, who is regarded as a mastermind. Around him, there is a lot of investigation that is going on, and that might lead to the other targets as police continue with investigation.
So, during the fledgling stages, at least from the media perspective, when this story was unfolding, Minister, there was talk about fraudulent qualifications that were issued by University of Fort Hare staff. So to that particular aspect of the case, what sort of inroads have you made? Has anybody been arrested for specifically that, issuing false or fraudulent qualifications? And in terms of those who received the qualifications, has anyone been arrested for that?
Well, we're dealing with very muddy waters, Sakina, because the people, for instance, there is a forensic investigation that is run, I think, by the former person that used to work for NPA, who has given clearance to the people that have no qualifications at the present moment. For instance, like the head of investigation in the university, who has claimed to be having about 3 master's degrees, were told that our team has discovered that he doesn't have metric itself. So there is a person that was brought in there to do head disciplinary committee, who has done nothing but has found people guilty and all. The waters are muddy because you might find that these allegations we talk about have been given by such people that today are arrested for fraudulent and corruption themselves, which means even if there are people that have been alleged to have had that, you will have to go start afresh to get the people that are genuine in dealing with those things. So you can't act in that kind of information when it comes from these kind of bodies. So that's why I'm saying the waters are very muddy, because you can't trust the people that have given that information, so you can't act in that information in whatever form.
To that point, though, there were allegations made against high-profile politicians, at least one, could be more, and have those sort of allegations been investigated at all, or is that not a matter for the police or on their radar at this stage, Minister?
Well, indeed, there are 1 or 2. That's what the university should give us the results. But remember also, Sakina, that President has signed the SIU to deal with those matters. And those results of the SIU have not been shared by SIU with the South African police when it comes to that. Usually, SIU will find those results. If there is a criminal act that needs to be further investigated, it will be brought to the South African Police Service. That has not happened. But I've heard one person who is high profile, somewhere around there, saying, we'll be suing either university or the people that have made that allegation, because it has been found that they were lying. They were just painting hair with the black brush on this one. So that's why I'm saying that area is very muddy and need to be cleared from all other institutions, either police, SIU, and any other investigators that can come with the facts on that matter.
Minister, we just have a few more minutes, so I just want to get a few updates on some other high-profile cases. The Jocelyn Smith matter, she went missing on the 19th of February, has not yet been found, despite 4 suspects being arrested and appearing in court. Is there any update on that case?
It's an awkward and painful case, especially one visited the family, the community there. Maybe again take the opportunity to thank that community. I found a very united community there, even when there were politics, but everybody agreed that the biggest truth was to find Jocelyn, whom has not been found. A lot is happening. People have been arrested, funny, including the mother, who appears in court together with these people. And Sakina, South African Police Service, working with their sister organization, have expanded the net. I know that a week ago, a certain ship was searched in London because there was information that was indicating that she could have been in that one. It took about 2.5 days, that ship was searched. She could not be found there. The net has gone far beyond the borders of South Africa, working with the sister organization like Interpol and other organizations. We hope that one day we'll know where Jocelyn is, but the case at the local level back home there in Saldanha is continuing, and those people, unfortunately, they haven't told us exactly where would we find Jocelyn up to this point.
What about the forensics investigations, Minister, of the pieces of clothing that were found? Has there been any results from that front?
Yes, unfortunately, the pieces of clothes did not indicate that the DNA did not tell us that those pieces of clothes belong to the young girl. When it came back from the laboratories, it came negative. So there is that idea that if somebody has perished and those clothes belong to somebody that has perished, this does not give us a full conclusion that that could be her, because the DNA did not agree with that.
And just finally, Minister, another high-profile case, of course, the National Assembly Speaker, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula's urgent application was struck off the roll yesterday in the Gauteng High Court. Will the Minister be arrested this morning? Have you been given any update on that?
Unfortunately, the case of the Speaker does not fall under the South African Police. It falls under ID. So a person that the structure reports to the Minister of Justice. We expect that after the court decision, matters will continue. But indeed, the Minister of Justice is better placed to tell us where do we go from here.
So you haven't heard anything from the Littleton police station or any other police station about expecting the Minister to hand herself over?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Will you tell us when they do, Minister?
As I've said, yes, we will. But as I've said, that the purview of the case of the Speaker is under ID, so it falls under the Minister of Justice. We'll expect Minister of Justice to lead us on this one, but we work together. Indeed, if it happens, we will talk about it and we will tell you.
Fair enough. Thanks so much, Minister of Police, General Bheki Cele, giving us an update on the arrest of 15 suspects in the murder and attempted murder cases at the Fort Hare University and, of course, other police matters as well.